Hello everybody, my name is Gayle and I am one half of Essential Firstfruits, and I'm so thankful that you want to share this little bit of time with me today, whatever time of day that looks like for you. We're so excited that you have continued on this path in learning about the essential oils and utilizing them for yourself, and then also having the desire to share with your friends and your family. I promise you, speaking for myself and the experiences that I've heard from our team members, there is, man, it is so fulfilling to be a part of this and to get to share this knowledge, this wealth of knowledge that you have with those that you love. Today I actually want to kind of expand on that topic a little bit and talk about how much you care. So obviously we know that you do, right? Otherwise you wouldn't have the interest in sharing these, because majority of the people that even think about doing this for anything other than the desire to help. So, if they're like, ooh, you can get rich by, selling essential oils. Like they very, very soon learn that that is not sustainable in the least, and that yeah, you absolutely have to care to some extent in order to be able to do this. So what I'm saying is we know that you do. But here's the thing. Sometimes our own selfish momentum, even if we're not aware of it, can really get in our way and can hinder our growth tremendously. I am speaking from personal experience here, so please know that this is not coming from a superiority complex or, hey, I've just seen this happen around the block, No, been there, done that, guilty as charged. So here's the thing, I'm sure you've heard of the expression, and if you haven't, then you should write this down because this is a gem. People, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so it really comes down to this. Is it important to know your why? The reason that you got into this? Absolutely. Is it important to write it out and to rehearse it and to study it in a way that it becomes a great presentation factor when you're talking to people? Absolutely. It's very, very valid that you should know that. But is that going to be the reason why people sign up underneath you and want to take part in the essential oils? No. Because at the end of the day, it's never about you. It is always about them. And when you lose sight of that, that is, like I said, where the growth will stop and where you'll get stuck every time, until you're actually willing to look at the situation for what it is and to say, wow, yeah, I was doing that for my own selfish gain. And then, you can begin to work through that and get back on the path that you were destined for. So that being said, talking about nobody really cares about your story, I do want to share my story, and this is just to illustrate this even further. So my stepmom, Pam Harmon, is very obviously near and dear to me, and she actually got into dōTERRA about a month before I was interested. When she got into it, she wanted all of us girls, like myself and my cousins, to jump in this with her. My sister-in-laws, all of us. She just wanted all of us to love these oils as much as she did. So she would bring them out when we were around. She would share some of her experiences. She would tell us about all these wonderful experiences that she was having and how it was helping her with X, Y, and Z. And you know what we would do? We would nod, and at the end of the day, I would go home and be like, that is so weird. Like, essential oils, I have no idea what she's doing or why, but I have no desire to be a part of it. And then fast forward about 3 weeks, and I was having severe just skin reactions, just these unexplainable rashes, AKA hives, just all over my body. Pam ended up finding out about it and had understood, because I had been expressing it, that I'd been trying all sorts of remedies. I've gone to the doctor multiple times. I had received prescribed medications that didn't work. I had done over-the-counter medications that didn't work. I had tried all of these different remedies that I read on the internet. And I was reaching a point where I was kind of just shrugging my shoulders and being like, I guess this is just an annoying problem that is here to stay. She heard about it and she asked if I would be interested in trying essential oils for my problem, and I responded with absolutely. If you can give me some relief from this, oh, I would be so excited. So she did. She made up a little concoction, we put it on, it was wonderful, and I am not even exaggerating, it worked within 5 minutes. Do you think I was interested at that point? Yes. I instantly agreed to attend a class, which is where I caught vision of this wonderful movement and knew I needed to be a part of it as soon as possible. I dove headfirst in with my husband, and here we are today, 3 years later, teaching you wonderful people about how to join us in this. All of that to say, it didn't matter how wonderful Pam's stories were. It didn't matter how much amazing things these essential oils did for her and for whoever else she rubbed them on. I needed a reason. And when I found that is when I was head over heels in love. You need to create that for as many people as you can with that basis of just wanting to help them. Find the problem and offer a solution. Don't rattle on and on telling them about how much this has helped you and oh my gosh, I can't believe it, blah, 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 because you're just going to scare them away. They're going to get annoyed with you. They're going to look the other way because all they're going to hear is a pitch and just how much you care about yourself. And even if they do ooh and ah, and even if they do say, oh my gosh, my brother has that same problem and this would be wonderful, they are not going to actually be sold 100% until they know that you are helping them with a problem. Another way that I heard it worded, and this is just something else to kind of just keep in perspective, is in the case of lavender, are you selling them the smell of lavender or are you selling them sleep? Because people are not going to pay what we are asking them to pay for the smell of lavender. They can receive that synthetically in a tremendous amount of ways, right? They could just walk down like the cleaning aisle and get a good blast of synthetic lavender in their face, okay? For free. But people will pay a lot of money for a good night's sleep. And not that that is what we're banking on, is that dollar sign, but ultimately if you want people to receive these benefits, if you want them to value them like you value them, if you want them to acquire them and to use them and to incorporate them into their lifestyle every day and to share them with the people that mean the most to them, then you have to put them before yourself. You have to stop talking and you have to open up your ears and you have to listen. And you have to nod, and you have to care, and you have to actually allow their story to absorb into you and feel them where they're at and understand where they're at. And then, and only then, when you show them how much you care, can you show them how much you know and offer them the solution. So I hope in all my rambling that you got a little tidbit of information to go forward. This is such a passionate topic of mine because I've seen so many people get stuck because they seek for people to understand them, right? They just want to be understood. They don't want to feel crazy as this like holistic weirdo who uses oils now and everyone's going to think I'm so strange, and so they're set to just like blast as many people as they can with, no, trust me, you have to try this. It works. I promise it works. I promise, hear about all the things that it's helped me with. Stop. Please stop. Just don't. Don't do that, okay? You don't have to defend yourself. Some people are going to get it and some don't. But I tell you this right now, you are not talking to the people who don't want to hear you. You are talking to the people who are looking for you, to the people who are desperate for you, to the people who are going to be singing your praises because they had just been waiting and you provided them with something that they desperately needed. Speak to those people. Listen for those people. Love you guys.